Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we today?
Great.
Thank you so much for showing up, for coming today. My name is Dr. Collene Taylor. So good to see everybody. Yay! I'm super excited. I am the owner of WithU Counseling Group, and so this is our first workshop series that we will be doing. So thank you so much once again for coming out. So, emerge, right? The journey of resilience. Improvise. Improvise, right? So, who is in the room today, right? So what I'm asking you is your name, real quick. I'm asking what's your favorite fruit, or a dessert, or a vegetable, right? So who is in the room today? Fruit, vegetable, or dessert?
My name is Milton Grijalva. My favorite fruit, I'm gonna go with a Granny Smith apple.
Granny Smith apple, Milton, thank you so much.
Favorite, that's it.
You could just say one, or you could, real quick, nice and sweet, nice and sweet. We'll just go in order. Favorite fruit, vegetable, or dessert? Who's in the room?
Leon Black, banana.
Leon Black, banana. Who is in the room? Yes.
Okay. Melinda, and my favorite dessert is red velvet cake.
Melinda, favorite dessert, red velvet cake. Who is in the room?
Seth Rayberg, favorite vegetable is eggplant.
Eggplant. Seth, who is in the room?
My name is Andrell, and my favorite dessert is chocolate cake.
Ooh, she said chocolate and chocolate and chocolate and chocolate. Who is in the room?
My name is Shauna, and I would say a chocolate ganache of some sort, some dessert.
Ooh, she said chocolate ganache. Ooh, who is in the room?
Bonnie Gilmore, and my favorite dessert is banana pudding.
Ooh, Bonnie and banana pudding. Who is in the room?
Rose Goodlow and cucumber.
Rose, Good Glow, and cucumber. Who is in the room?
Glacier Gottschalk and tiramisu.
Ooh, she said tiramisu and glacier. Who is in the room?
Raquel Sylvester, collard greens.
She said collard greens and Raquel Sylvester. Who is in the room?
Shannon Walls, and my favorite dessert is cheesecake.
Ooh, Shannon and cheesecake. Who is in the room?
Ham and oven roasted Brussels sprouts.
Ooh, Pam and oven roasted Brussels sprouts. Who is in the room?
Nicole Giovanni, chocolate ice cream.
Nicole and chocolate ice cream. Who is in the room? Okay, rewind. Sang and who? Rama who? Rambutan.
Fruit and spices.
Oh. Put me out there. She said, you know you ate it before. Just like my friend. Who is in the room?
Juliana Sliger and fudge sundae is my favorite dessert.
Ooh, Juliana and Fudge Sunday. Who is in the room? Who is in the room?
Charlie Dudley.
Charlie?
Charlie Dudley.
Who is in the favorite? What you got, Charlie?
Collard greens.
Just like Raquel. Wait a minute. Who is in the room?
Tanja, mine covers all three pizza.
Ooh, pizza, Tanja. Who is in the room?
Brandy, and my favorite fruit is pineapple.
Brandy and pineapple. Who is in the room?
Sierra Phillips, and I'm a big fan of pies, so I'm gonna go all Edwards pies.
All Edward pie. Who is in the room?
Ryan Carey, and mine covers all three too. It's chocolate.
Ryan and chocolate. Who is in the room?
Martin Schulteis, favorite fruit is mango. Favorite desserts would be pineapple upside down cake and all vegetables.
Ooh, all vegetables. Martine. Who is in the room?
Lorraine Young, favorite vegetable, lima beans.
Ooh, Lorraine and lima beans. Who is in the room?
Mine Sims, and my favorite dessert would be cheesecake.
Ooh, who else would like to share? Who is in the room?
Joan Lodge, favorite vegetable, broccoli.
Ooh, Joan Lodge and favorite broccoli.
Shantae Nelson, and I only eat fruit and vegetables, so pretty much all of them,
Ah.
with the exception of I don't do mushroom.
Okay, Shantae and no mushroom, all right. Except mushroom.
All fruit, vegetable, except mushroom.
Who is in the room?
Cheesecake and all vegetables.
Cheesecake and all vegetables. Anybody else would like to share? Who is in the room? All right, so I am, and I like, I just forgot what I like, that ice cream. Black cherry ice cream, yes, that is it. Black cherry ice cream is what I like. So that was who is in the room. Right, so we found out who is in the room. And we got some names and vegetables and desserts as well as fruit, right? And so, what was that? What was I building? Community, right? Who is in the room is community. And how important is community to each of us, right? It's so important. So I'm going to read something, and I want you to think as I'm reading it. See if you can envision yourself as I'm reading this, okay? All right, so before we begin, I want you to take a nice, slow, deep breath in. Ooh, and I want you to exhale. Another deep breath in, and slowly exhale. One last time, nice deep breath in, and exhale. Right, now I want you to just naturally breathe in and out. Right, and as you're breathing in and out, just feel yourself centered in your seat, your bottom, your back, your feet. Nice and easy as you're breathing in and out. And so, see if you can imagine yourself in this situation. You choose the situation, right? And it goes like this. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I almost lost. I was helpless. It's not my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in. I can't believe the same place, but it's not my fault. It still takes time to get out. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it, but I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It's my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around that hole. I walk down another another street. There was a hole in the sidewalk. I choose to walk down another street. I choose to walk down another street. Sit with it. Embrace that. What are you feeling? Now, what you thinking? What's your body? My heart's beating. Soothing. I'm anxious. Now, what you thinking? Tap in. What is your body saying in this moment? I choose to walk down a different street. Just taking a deep breath and exhale. Take another deep breath and exhale it all the way out. What's going on? What are we feeling in this moment, in this time, today, 11/20, on March 15th? What's happening? Relief, wonderful. What else? Who else feels comfortable in sharing?
I no longer feel powerless.
I no longer feel powerless. Relief.
I have a choice.
I have a choice. I am in control. I no longer feel powerless.
I feel proud of myself.
I feel proud of myself.
I feel peace.
I feel peace.
I feel pressure
Pressure.
because there were some choices.
Say that again. I feel pressure
Because of the choices.
because of the choices. A little bit more.
The many choices.
The many choices. Peace, choices.
It kind of feels familiar.
It feels familiar. Familiar in making those choices, familiar in
Familiar in that sometimes life and the journey you go through feels like that.
Along the same lines as her thought, like, sometimes things are going to happen or had it happened before, but you choose to make the same choice. So like following the whole kid, like related to decisions.
decisions, for sure, right? Decisions, comfortability. Is it fear, right? This time is going to be different, right? This time I'm going to, yes, I see the whole, but I'm going to get a different response with that. Is it comfortability? Is it ease? Second nature? Did I pull in my community to say, hey, there was a deep hole in the sidewalk. Did you see the hole? How big was the hole? Did I have the strength to ask? Or to have that connection? Or to experience joining? And so as we move and we build our framework of resilience, and as we emerge, right? I want you to think back on the whole. I didn't get it the first time. I didn't get it the second time. The third time, but the fourth time, I saw it. And what did I do? I chose to go down a different street. Unfamiliar, right? And there's so many things that's going on in our lives today that we can control and we cannot control. But as much as possible, what can we hold on to? What can we anchor in? And as we anchor, does that anchor feeds us? Does that energizes us? Does that deplete us? Does that give us life? I walk down a different street. So, building our framework, resilience. What is resilience? Why resilience? Why is it important? Right now, today, right? And so last week, Saturday at 11:25, where were you? What were you doing? Anybody? Everybody? I was at home watching TV. I was reading a book. But yes.
Yeah, I was at home. I was down at YMCA in the weight room.
YMCA working on his physical health.
Working on something.
Wait a minute. Working on something. Working on something, right? Working on something.
Stand up straight.
And so as we build our foundation and our framework for today, continuing with resilience and why is important, and what is it? And do I embody it? Am I sitting in it? In this moment? A snapshot? So we're just going to tap into it just a little bit, not much. And there's so many different areas that we're able to pull from. And the perspective of how we're going to see it, and is it the right time to see it, right? And so we're like, oh, it's hidden in plain sight. Like, what's hidden in plain sight? What you choose to see in that moment is hidden in plain sight, right? And so as we take a look at resilience, right? So it says, the quality to spring back, rebound, successfully adapt in the face of adversity, right? And develop social competency despite closure and of stress. That's just one of the definition, right? And another one says, one who works well, plays well, love well, and expect well. Ooh, who plays well, love well, expect well? Do we do that? Are we striving for that? Right? And in what way? What way do we love well? What way do we play well? What way do we expect well? How does that show up for each of us? How do we show up well? Is that ensuring that my night's sleep was well? Is that ensuring that I enlisted community? Is that making sure that I went to the gym and worked out, maybe? Is that having some form of connection? Right? How do we live well? How do we show up well? How am I speaking well of myself? Am I speaking well of myself? Right? And how do I speak? Am I speaking with power and authority, or am I speaking with gloom and gloom? Am I speaking that I don't don't know which way to turn, and when situation comes up, what do I do? I'm struggling. Do I have a safety net of individuals that I can call, come, and I'm going to say anchor me? Girl, I'm not doing well today. Like, what's that mean? What's going on? Did you eat? Did you sleep? Ooh, it's work. Work is stressing me out. Okay. What are we going to do when work is stressing us out? Who do we call? It's the husband, it's the boyfriend, it's the partner, it's the significant other. I got to clean, I got to cook, I got to wash. And I got to give some when I need to give some, whatever that might mean. Right? Is it a chore? Is it out of habit? Or is it because I got to do what I got to do because I need to fit and play the part? How often do we play the part? Right? How often do we play the part? And so when we take a look at resilience, right? In the framework, I want us to take a look at it from, it's springtime coming next week, right? And I'm thinking about a dandelion, right? Also, I'm thinking about you're at home and you have that plant that you are repotting that needs to be repotted. What else? A rose, right? I'm looking at plants. And what happens when we have to transplant the flowers, the rose? We have to dig up the dandelion because it's just spreading everywhere, right? What happens? Are we mindful of what takes place with the dandelion, with the repotting of the plant? What are some things that takes place, do you think? We're looking at emerging, the journey of resilience. Is there a shift that takes place? Is there a transition that takes place? What happens if you repotting a plant? What happens? You just do what? Anybody?
There's a shock in the process.
Woo, say that one more time.
There's a shock in the process.
There's a shock in the process.
There's a maintenance that's gonna be required.
There's a shock, there is a maintenance. What else?
Out with the old and with the new.
Out with the old, in with the new.
I was going to say you have to be willing to disrupt what is known in order to get to where you get to the unknown.
Repeat. One more time, one more
You have to
again.
be willing to disrupt what is known in order to get to the unknown.
You have to be able to disrupt the unknown,
The known.
the known, to get to the unknown.
And putting in, repotting it, you're putting it in a bigger pot, letting it grow. You're letting that root system grow.
Sometimes you're taking out some of the old soil to put in new soil and fertilizer.
New soil, new fertilizer, let it grow, out with the old. Got a comment back there, Bonnie?
No.
No, okay.
The last 3 Saturdays at the 11 o'clock hour, I have been at funerals. So today I'm glad to be here focusing on life as opposed to death.
Thank you so much for sharing. Ooh, strength. Shifting, evolving, changing. But you're here today, right? So with that root, with the shifting, how have we shifted with certain things that's taken place? When we, oh, that's at the end, we don't need that.
Caught up with you.
It's working.
There we go. Thank you. So, right, see ourselves in that right? How have I transformed, right? Been disrupted. Did I ask to be disrupted? Or did the situation just come on me and I had to, shake a little bit, be regrouped, because I want to flourish. Once again, the unknown. Is it scary? I'm that dandelion. I just want to come and pretty up your yard, but you want to get rid of me, right? I'm that thorn. You spray the things, right? You share, you talk, you connect, you build, you move, but something is still coming up, even though. What do we do when that takes place? What mindset can I take? Can I allow myself to shift into? Am I willing? Or nope, I'm stubborn. And I'm not doing a thing. And when I don't do a thing, is that still doing a thing? Is that getting me the results that I need and move in my journey as I'm emerging? As I'm willing to receive whatever that need in order for me to continue to evolve and move forward. Right? What happens? Who do I go to? Who do I call? What do I listen to? Ma'am? I'm talking to you. Right? What happens in that process? We're evolving. We're emerging. Yes. Off script, right? Off script. She calls me. Yes, she does. She came and she flew in from Texas for me today. Besides calling me, ma'am. What else?
I use my faith.
Use your faith. And faith and what else? What else? That's just one. That's two things.
I call my ex.
Call your ex. Okay.
Family.
Family. Mm-hmm.
And depending on what it is, I may or may not call my mom.
May or may not call your mom. Okay. What else? Who else would like to share?
Sometimes you just need to be by yourself, just to block out all the chaos.
Mm-hmm. Block out chaos. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need to be reminded and look back on areas that you have grown in and what has happened and how you emerge.
Areas that I have grown and how I have emerged. Is it difficult sometimes to go back? Or is it easy to go back than to go forward?
It's easier to go back. It's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can open a lot of stuff up.
Mm-hmm. And you think, are we ready for some of that good stuff? I'm gonna say good stuff. Are we ready for some stuff that might come up?
Like the roots.
The roots. And if we don't get to the root, what happens in this emerging process? What happens?
It rears its ugly head.
It rears its head, and then what?
To deal with the big stuff.
Okay, so
The same cycle, same pattern.
I have a different thought, well, a
Share,
slightly
no, yes, welcome.
adjusting thought process.
Yes,
If I
speak
may
to us.
offer it.
Please do.
So I'm looking at when you're repotting a plant, sometimes the root connects to something, maybe the pot, right? And you can't pull it up as easily, right?
Yes.
And or if the root breaks, you actually can cause damage to what we see that's on the surface. So I heard that differently, and I was like processing when you looked at me. So that was my thought process. Like sometimes when the root breaks, it can cause damage, and or the root can be connected to something that it's familiar with, and it will not come up as easily.
Well said. And I'm envisioning, right? I'm envisioning the root of a particular plant and how it's intertwined so together. There's more work, more digging, more time. And sometimes do we rush it?
Just to piggyback off what she just said, I envision that as it could be either, it could be or it could be somewhere in between. And we're kind of like working through, working through the process. And we're learning from the process. We learn from what we learned from happened to us in the past. We don't know what the future holds, but we bring some stuff to the table. Some people like to call it resiliency, but we bring some things to the table. We don't know what the future is going to look like. But we've already had this process, and that we're able to get to where we want to go. So we're willing to work through that.
The willingness to work through. And so resilience in every area of life, personal awareness, right? Community awareness, being in tune with oneself, lifestyle of discipline. Being in tune with oneself, lifestyle of discipline. Personal awareness. I'm aware that the root is all connected. I can see it. Is it the right time for me to go in? Or do I need to pause for a moment? Or I just see it, I need to get it done today, right now. I need to go boop. What did I just do? What did I just do? That hole in the sidewalk. What did I just do? Did I reach out for my connections? Did I go back into whole, old, unhealthy ways? Because it was comfortable, it was easy, and I just felt like it. But feeling like it today in this moment, what's the impact and what's my cost that is costing me to go back? Is it unsettling? Or am I doing it with ease and flow? Am I coming from a place of curiosity? Am I coming from a place of curiosity? Am I coming from a place of, can I be compassionate with myself? Compassionate in how I speak? Am I taking things personally? Am I jumping into things that right? Or I need to move because I've been too slow. I'm too fearful. Because if I step, I don't want to make a mistake. But standing here is still a mistake. So I'm teetering. And when I teeter, what happens? When you teeter, what happens? Do you teeter? It depends on the day for me, and I'll be honest. It depends on the day. But when that day comes, what are my resources? What are my resources? I'm repotted. I'm transforming. I want to grow. What resources do I need to anchor down on if I'm aware of to help me to push forward? To see that immersion, to see and experience and embody that resilience. Awareness. I'm aware, and do I acknowledge? Was it my fault? What did I do? What did I play? What part did I play in this? Did I play a part? I just showed up. Yes, you showed up, but how did you show up? I showed up like, what you say? What was that? You talking to me? No, I know you're not talking to me. You know who I am? Or did you show up? How can I be of service? What put a smile on your face today? What are some roses and thorns that took place this week? How have you nourished yourself this week? How can I nourish you? How can I just hold space for you? You don't have to say a word. I'm just here. You don't have to say a word. I am just here. I'm here looking at you. You looking at me? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What you need? Some water? I got you. I need a mint. Why? My breath smell? Okay, I got you. Simple things. Awareness. Lifestyle of discipline. How am I disciplining myself? Commitment. Execution. Routine. Structure. I'm going to do it Monday, Tuesday, oh my God, Wednesday, I got you. Thursday, oh, I got you. Friday, I got you. Saturday, okay. I'm thinking. Sunday, oh, that was last week. It's a week. Oh my God. So what happens? I started out, my momentum was good. My pace was not so good, but it was good. And within my rhythm was what? My flow was what? What happened? Right? We start off good, but the momentum, we lose momentum. Why? Am I not interested? I'm interested. I'm motivated. What happens when we lose that momentum? I woke up and I was tired because I knew I had to go tomorrow, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got a 6:30 flight, and you still up? And why is that? Because I didn't do what I needed to do because my pace was off, my rhythm was off. And my pace and my rhythm was off because of what? Discipline, girl, discipline. You told me, I know you told me, but what happened? You know I didn't listen to you. I listened to you, but I didn't listen to you because I didn't want to hear you. Because I know you were right. Right? And with all the stuff that's going on in the world today, that's what? Is it in our control or is it out of our control? What can we control? I walk down the hole. I walk down the street. I see the hole. But what happened? What's in my control? How am I showing up? Am I physically present, but emotionally where I'm at? Mentally where I'm at? I'm just going through the motions because that's what I do and it has always worked. It works to a point. Awareness, acknowledgement, embodying community. And community could be who? Neighbors, family. Those people hurt me. Okay, we acknowledge that. And we open our circle. We cast our net wider. Right? We cast our net wider. And as we cast it wider, we see what comes up. We can receive it or we can reject it. Our choice as we emerge. Our choice as we see that hole in what we do. Community, discipline, lifestyle, awareness, flow, ease. What's my rhythm? What's your pace? Right? And Jill shared that the last 4 Saturdays she's been at funeral services. Her rhythm, her pace. And I'm like, I hear that. So I'm listening beyond what she says. And I'm thinking, okay, how is her support network? How is she showing up? Right? Is she eating right? Is she active? Is she moving? Don't have to be exercise. It could be just put on some music. And I'm just going, right? I'm just going to walk. Where are you walking? I'm just walking from my basement up to stairs. How much? 5 times. That's all I need, some movement. Am I nourishing myself? Nourishing. Am I going out? Yes, it's cold, but it's rain. But still, just going out and just standing and just breathing. And just looking at the sky. Yes, I had all these funerals that I've been to, but can I still see gratitude? Can I still experience it? Can I still embody it? Right? And gratitude might mean different things for different people. And just showing up. I might need just to love on myself. Give myself a nice hug to say, ooh, got it, you got it, you got it. When you feel inside, it's like, I don't have it. Right? I don't have it. And what's going on internally and external? What's happening? What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What can I touch? What can I taste? To help shift. What's my body telling me? Right? As you're sitting here right now, what you feeling? What's your body telling you? I'm safe. I feel comfortable. Some people like collard greens. Some people like broccoli, right? Some people love all vegetables except mushrooms. Hey, I remember! Right? What's your body telling you right now in the moment? What is it saying? Is it relaxed? Right? What is it saying? Is your heart beating fast? Is your breath shallow? What's happening? Internally. You're just tapping in on what's going on inside of us. And sometimes it's so much stimulation externally that we miss what's going on internally. So much stimulation going on around us that we miss what's going on inside of us. So I'm going to ask you, if you feel comfortable, I want you to just take a nice little deep breath in and exhale. If you feel comfortable, I want you to close your eyes. Right? And I want you just to be in the moment. I'm going to ask you to take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. And just notice what's going on in your body. Now what you're thinking. Notice if you're experiencing any discomfort. Right? Just notice from the top of your head, go down to your neck, your shoulders, arms. Notice your back, your hips, your thighs, your legs. Just notice what's going on. As you're breathing in and out. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. And just be. Being in the present, being in the here, being in the now. And for some it's easy, and for others, I don't want to sit with my thoughts because there's so much going on. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. If your eyes are open, just present again. So someone shared this statement with me. And the statement was like this: your body is first to know. Your mind is the last to accept. This is why your mind usually needs more time to accept the truth that your body already knows. Your body is the first to know. Your mind is the last to accept. This is why your mind usually needs more time to accept the truth that your body already knows. Our body knows. Our body knows. Body awareness, breath awareness, heart awareness, internal, external, emerging, resilience. Any thoughts? Any comments? As we emerge, as we transplant, as we shift, as we move, as we evolve, as we learn, as we grow, as we embrace, I want you to think about, what's your superpower? Do you have a superpower? What's your superpower? Do you have a superpower? And a superpower could be anything. Anything. What's your definition of a superpower? What anchors you, what focuses you, what gives you clarity to say, okay, I don't have anybody to pat me on the back. I gotta pat myself on the back. Where's that superpower at? What is that? So let's give you a few minutes to think about a superpower. Could be person, places, or thing. You decide. And if you feel comfortable, I would like us to share that superpower. Right? And if you want to go a little bit further, this is why it's a superpower. Short, sweet, and spicy. Short, sweet, and spicy. Yes, ma'am.
I would say my superpower would be my faith, but also another strength of it would be my fiance and my family that I can lean on to encourage that superpower.
Faith, family, fiance. To encourage superpower.
I'm having a hard time connecting with the word superpower. Can you come up with a different word that could mean something similar to that I
Sure.
can possibly connect with?
Yes, definitely.
I think it's just
What
having
gives
kids
you
and
strength?
superheroes. I'm just
What gives you strength?
Great, okay.
What gives you strength? What can put a smile on your face when you just need an extra sugar in that tea, extra creamer in that coffee, extra sauce on the steak, or vegetable? I don't want to offend.
So tapping into ourselves,
Yes,
something
ma'am.
inside of us.
It could be inside, it could be outside. There is no limit to what this superpower can do, that has done it, that will continue to do it. Big, wide, deep, whatever it is. Big, wide, deep, whatever it is. Is it easy to see sometimes? Maybe not. Do I gotta do a little extra spice? I might have to put some extra black pepper on there, some hot sauce. Yes, ma'am.
I won't say it's always been a superpower. It's one that I had to really develop, but I think one of mine is perspective.
Perspective. Ooh. Yes. Perspective.
Being able to tap into different perspectives and trying to understand things from different perspectives just opens my mind to different possibilities and lets me see things in a different way to navigate those problems.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yeah, the ability to see where I've been and where I have a possibility.
For me, it's hope.
Hope.
That, just God is good and that things, you figure it out. And then just the hope that you never give up.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
I want to piggyback on what you said about perspective. I think one of the things about perspective that I've learned is being open to other ideas and perspectives. Doesn't mean that I absolutely agree with it, but I understand that people have had different walks of life. So I may not agree with your choice, but I can understand why you made your choice.
So, excuse me, so for me, it's faith in the sense that, expanding a little bit, that whatever happens in my life, whether it's good, bad, or indifference is somewhere in between, or whatever the political climate is of the day, that I'm gonna be at peace and things are gonna be fine, and I'm gonna be able to be at peace.
I'm having a hard time with this question because I feel like sometimes the strength that I immediately thought of can also double as a weakness as well.
I would imagine it depends on the situation, right? If it's a strength or a weakness.
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Stop asking why so much.
As you lean into the acceptance aspect and not asking why, what happens, what's happening in that gap of learning.
relief.
A relief, okay.
Give myself permission to be okay with what it is.
Especially if you're frustrated with something that's not gonna have a rational or logical why. Right, because it's something that's irrational.
For me, my superpower externally would be friends and families. Internally would be my flexibility, I would say, agility, and understanding of people.
Ryan?
Oh, me? I am relentless.
Tell me more, big.
Ooh. Well, as with a lot of them, overuse and underuse, so there has to be the balance, right? But knowing that whatever's coming at me, as relentless as whatever that may be, I will be just that much more relentless against it. So we get through it, we overcome it, we figure it out. Perseverance.
Perseverance.
I would say patience. Patience with myself, patience with others. Has become a superpower for me. As we, as you say, emerge, as we grow, as we develop, as we become more resilient. Patience.
I kind of agree with you, but I use the word advocacy. I would advocate to get their bill fixed. But I think when you see it wrong, I mean, I've been known to write letters and wrote a letter to the state insurance commissioner after arguing with their insurance company, and within one day it was resolved. So, I mean, you have to do things for yourself.
Definitely. Please?
I would say encouragement.
Encouragement.
Yeah, in our day and time, we all need encouragement. So like throughout the day, whether that's giving myself some or others, I feel like that's one of the things that I lean on.
Anybody else feels comfortable in sharing? We'll go this way, yep. Go ahead, Charlie.
Maybe a little bit off target, but I was thinking, because I let everybody else go before me. Sometimes there's an advantage, sometimes not, but I was thinking people chose to come here today. All of us did. And I know a few, you, Leon, so, a few. But lately I just felt, other than my practice, a need for connectiveness. I don't know why, but this morning I feel like this is doing me very good. I don't know these people, but I'm just feeling vibes and, just everybody here is just kind of, I feel like on the same sheet of, we need something. The way the world is going now is almost feeling taking our control away. So, I was so glad to come here today, but I think when I leave, I'm going to feel a lot better. I think I'm going to feel a lot better.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Charlie. Couple of hands. Yeah.
It's good going after Charlie again, because I changed my perspective. But yeah, I do agree with him as far as coming here today, it gives me a sense of more peace and more hope. And so my superpower will be that, being willing to step out and willing to do something involved in the community. And my biggest superpower for me, and as I thought about the word, is my yesterday and my yesterday and my yesterday and my yesterday. All those past challenges that I emerged through and grounded and rooted in my faith. So my superpower was just looking back, glimpsing over my shoulder, and just reminding myself of how I got to this day. So my yesterdays pushed me forward. Just thinking about like the challenges.
Thank you so much for sharing, Joanna.
Here we go. Oh, okay, I didn't know who was going. My superpower will be peace. I have always said this, I am such a holder of peace, even in the midst of calamity. One of my favorite scriptures is Psalms 139:16, and it talks about, before any of my days came to be, they were already written in this book. So when I'm in a process of calamity, I simply ask God, give me a peek at the next chapter to give me encouragement. And I settle back in peace. 139:16.
Martine?
Oh, yes. Well, first of all, thank you for your presentation. I know it's not over yet, but thank you so very much. It's very insightful and helpful. I would say my superpower would be blooming where I'm planted. When I'm from the Caribbean, I have an accent, so if you don't understand, I can repeat. When I first came here, there was a blizzard in Rockford. It was so cold and snowy. I've never seen as much snow in my entire life. And I'm thinking, there's no way I'm staying here another day. The next day, I am not staying here. And almost 19 years later, if this April would be, actually this April will be 19 years. Then I'm thinking about it. I've been here for 19 years, ever since then. So then I guess the superpower would be, okay, well, I'm here. How can I bloom from being here in Rockford, away from home and my friends and family? How can I still grow and thrive in this environment? Because I could have been in a different environment and still have different other external challenges and factors, right? You know, there's different things everywhere we go. So blooming where we're planted really helped me survive the winters, but also not just that. Sometimes I fall in holes. There's so many holes. And I'm thinking, how did I fall in this hole? Was I distracted because I was focusing my eyes on the prize of success and looking up and not looking down because I'm so focused on that goal and I didn't see that hole? How am I going to get out of that hole? So then having a support system like you're saying is absolutely amazing to get out. And sometimes the hole is so deep that you can't get out. There's no way. So how can I bloom in that hole? Are there any soil? Is there a rope? Is there somebody can lend me a hand and get me out of that hole? Or am I alone in that hole? How can I survive in that hole? Community support.
Yes, community.
Exactly. So then being here today, having this community support is absolutely instrumental. And you know, and I feel like we can never win alone. We have to be a team. We have to support each other. Even though we want to bloom or plant it, because that's just the way life is. We may find a different road. Oh my goodness, it was my fault falling in that hole. Maybe it wasn't because I was so focused on the goal. But then what if I have a choice to take a different route? Or what if there's another hole in this different route? So the point is, I guess, you know, I just want to say I'm very grateful to you, Collene, Dr. Taylor, I have to say. I have to acknowledge your title, doctor. So thank you so much for this, because it's a reminder that we're all going to face challenges wherever we go, whether we choose a different path or a different route or a different role. There's always going to be the fear of the unknown. There's always going to be holes. We either have to go around them. Sometimes we may fall because we didn't see it, because we're so focused on the prize. And sometimes we have to prevent it from other people from falling. Like, oh my goodness, I fell in that hole. I'm going to put a big warning caution sign. Do not go on that sidewalk because there's a hole. So that people behind me that come after me don't get in that hole. You know, so there's different ways of, like somebody mentioned perspective. It's really about perspective and not having any expectations, because when we expect, we are disappointed. So I would say blooming, you know, where we've planted, wherever we are in our life journey, and having this community, I would say my superpower. So thank you.
You're welcome. Bonnie had something to
Yes,
share.
thank you. Also like to acknowledge Dr. Taylor. She was my supervisor for many years at Rose Train. But my external is the sun, S-U-N. My internal is my faith. Faith is something the things not hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. And I had so many dark days, and I could probably cry right now. God to get them off the floor. I had to learn. Sun somehow revives me. and renews my spirit, kind of brightening it. And many times I go sit in my car in the parking lot, and I have a lung disease, really, really bad, and I have a lack of vitamin D, so I'm taking some synthetic vitamin D. But the sun seems to revive me, and I have to keep reminded that I have to be watered. A plant to grow, for us to grow, we need water. And I want to say this, I read this one. The most expensive water in the world is a tear. 1% is the water and 99% is the emotion. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to show this quick video, and as I show it, I want you to have an idea. Where do you fit in this continuum, okay? And what's the next for you, okay?
Dr. Taylor?
Yeah.
Quick question. Before the video, do you mind quickly, I just want to mention something about the sun and the vitamin D that our friend is taking. Just a reminder, as you all know, there is scientific evidence that vitamin D deficiency can lead to depression, anxiety, stress, worry, because the vitamin D, which we absorb from the sun, right? The sun is the main source of vitamin D, other than our food. So if we don't have enough sunshine, we have a deficiency of vitamin D, and the vitamin D is a precursor of the neurotransmitters, which are the brain chemicals, such as serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, GABA. So those are the feel-good hormones. If we don't have the vitamin D, right, from the sun, we're not making those neurotransmitters, and there's a higher risk of mental health disorders, and people bypass that, and it's very, it's not well known. So it's very important that we know that, especially in the Midwest and the northern countries, there's a lot higher risk of suicide compared to the Caribbean. Because that's so much vitamin D. So so the point is very important to know the correlation between the sun, vitamin D, and mental health.
Thanks, doctor. Showtime. Okay.
These are roughly 28,835 jelly beans. I counted out 500 of them and used those to weigh the rest. In this pile, there's one jelly bean for each day that the average American will live. You might have more beans in your life, or maybe less, but on average, this is the time we have. Here's a single bean. It's your very first day. A special day, but kind of a rough day on everyone involved. Add 364 more and you have the first year of your life. Now, for a sense of scale, here are your first 15 years, 5,475 days, which brings us to the threshold of adulthood. And at that moment, this is the time that we have left. And this is, on average, what we will do with all that time. We will be asleep for a total of 8,477 days. If we're lucky, some of that time we'll be sleeping next to someone we love. We will be in the process of eating, drinking, or preparing food for 1,635 days. We'll be at work, hopefully doing something satisfying, for the equivalent of 3,202 of those days. 1,099 days will be spent commuting or traveling from one place to another, maybe a little bit more if you live in LA. On average, we will watch television in one form or another for a total of 2,676 days. Household activities, like chores and tending to our pets and shopping, will take another 1,576 days. And we will care for the needs and well-being of others, our friends and family, for 564 days. We'll spend 671 days bathing, grooming, and doing all other bathroom-related activities, and another 720 days will go to community activities, like religious and civic duties, charities, and taking classes. After we remove all those beans, this is what remains. This is the time that we have left. Time for laughing, swimming, making art, going on hikes, text messages, reading, checking Facebook, playing softball, maybe even teaching yourself how to play the guitar. So what are you going to do with this time? How much of it do you think you've already used up? If you only had half of it, what would you do differently? What about half of that? How much time have you already spent worrying instead of doing something that you love? What if you just had one more day? What are you going to do today?
What are we going to do today with the time that we have left? What are we going to do today? Today, this 15th day of March. What are we going to do today? How are we going to show up? How are we going to listen to our bodies? How are we going to continue as we shift, we move, we grow, as we evolved? Are we going to reach in more to our community, whoever, whatever that might look like? Are we going to embrace something new, even though I'm fearful and I'm scared and I don't want to do it? But that whole, I'm going to walk around. I might fall in, but I'm going to get up faster. I might transition from east to west, north to south. I might need to remove some people from my life. I need to embrace some new things, try some new things. I might need to be able to go to an art gallery and just look at the beautiful artwork and look at it from a different set of eyes that I've not seen before. I might need to go on a nature walk and just observe, what am I seeing? As I'm walking, what am I hearing? I'm out in nature, what am I smelling? Right? Be more in tune with not what I'm thinking, but what I'm feeling, what my body is telling me. Our body knows before our mind knows. What are we going to do with the time we have left? How are we going to anchor ourselves, whatever that might mean? Is that a new job? Is that a new, I'm going to learn how to play the piano, right? Or I'm going to learn a new language. I'm going to travel somewhere that I've always wanted to go. Or, I eat the same food. I'm going to venture out and try something a little bit different, and I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to jump in right away, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to utilize my supports. What are we, us, I, me, you, us together? Connection, community. Going to do different. If you want to do anything different. Anybody want to share? If you feel comfortable. Any shift in our paradigm, any shift in our thinking, any shift in our movement, any shift in the internal or external locus of control. This is where I'm currently at. This is my mindset. This is where I want to go. This is going to be some innovation. It's going to come through. Right? Whatever that might be. Right? What that might mean. Am I checking? I want to check. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just say, Once again, come from a place of curiosity. Can we And just notice what it feels like. As it, for me, I'm feeling like a little tingling. Do you feel a tingling? No? Is it just me? Oh, okay. Right? You feel a little tingling, right? So it's just, how are we just going to, if we want to, it's just, you don't have to. I'm comfortable with here, and I'm just going to do a ½ inch. And whatever that ½ inch can look like, right? This is where I'm currently at. This is my reaction. Am I a fixed mindset, or I'm more about growth mindset, expansion, evolving, moving, emerging, growth, walking through resilience, that awareness, that connection, what I can control and what I can't control. Am I going to take it personal, or I'm just like, it's not about me? What are they struggling? Can I see it from their perspective? Am I willing to see it from their? Collene, it's hard. I just don't know. I hear you. But I want you just to pause. I said, okay, I hear you. Sometimes you might have to do just a physical pause, or sometimes with that pause, you might have to do a movement in that pause, a pause movement, to shift. Sometimes I need to turn around the environment, right? And sometimes you're sitting this way, and if you turn to the left or turn to the right, you're going to see something. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Just shifting. So we're not knowing, we need to do a deep dive. If you want to just put your toe in, put your pinky in. Whatever that might mean in the moment as we are evolving and emerging and shifting and growing and being able to receive. Can we sit in the seat of receiving? Can we sit in the seat of receiving? It was another statement that someone shared with me today too. She shared. And I was like, oh, that's powerful. And it says, you like taking care of people because of the healing, the part of you that needed someone to take care of you. I said, what? Say that again one more time. The statement was, you like taking care of people because of it. It heals the part of you, the part of me that needed someone to take care of me. I said one more time. I heard it, but I need to hear it. I need to embody it. I need to embrace it. I said one more time. It says you, me. I was like, what? Me. Not you. Me. Like to take care of people because it healed the part of me that needed someone to take care of me. I said, get out of here. So that was like, oh, what? It's powerful. You could read and hear certain things today, and tomorrow it doesn't resonate the same way as it did, right? So that's another emerging. That's another resilience. That's another shifting to keep in mind. Awareness, receiving, experiencing, embodying, listening. Sometimes we overthink so much. Our thoughts just go and going. And then when it goes, we catastrophize. We make it bigger than what it really needs to be. Pause, breathe, shift. It could be a physical shift, right? Whatever that might mean for you in the moment. So, I want you to think about, what's my routine? My emerging? How am I utilizing my community? How am I utilizing my community? Identifying what's on my plate. What am I doing? How full is my plate? Right? What's on it? Do you see yourself on the plate? Or it's other variables that's on the plate and you are the one that's trying to orchestrate it all together? Right? What's on your plate? How am I, us, taking care of ourselves emotionally, spiritually, physically, socially, and mentally? You, me, I, us, we. How are we doing that in the moment, moving forward with the time that we have left? How are we doing that? Are we pausing? Are we breathing? Am I drinking my water? Am I having some movement? Am I having that connection? Am I having that community that is needed in the moment? Am I listening to my body, whatever the body is saying? Am I coming from a place of curiosity? What's the routine? What's my pace? What's my rhythm? What's my pace? What's my rhythm? What's my pace? What's my rhythm? How is that structured? How can I be consistent? How can I execute it? Is it adding value? Is it taking value? What's my pace? What's my rhythm? How am I executing it? What help do I need? What resources do I need? Who do I need to advocate for me? Who do I feel comfortable with? Who do I feel safe with? Who do I feel comfortable with? Who do I feel safe with? So, I'm gonna ask you to take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, another deep breath in and exhale. Just want you just to be with yourself. Listen to your body. In a moment. Any comments, any questions? How shall we move forward? How shall we continue to emerge? How shall we continue to find that connection? How shall we continue to step in, just our toes, the pace, the rhythm, the pace, the rhythm. As we continue to emerge in how we eat and how we sleep, our physical appearance, our mental appearance, our spiritual covering, as we move forward, as we dance, as we heal, as we walk in this journey, and we look at our impact, the difference that we're making, and we're holding on to our community, we're holding on to our courage, our patience, our endurance, our superpower, or what strengthens us, whatever feels safe, whatever feels comfortable in the moment. So, I'm going to leave you with this, and it says, may the road rise to meet you, may the wind be always at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your field. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands. May your spirituality hold you. May your supernatural hold you. May the earth hold you and anchor you until we meet again. Thank you so much.